you can play anything, everything, and be spot on all the time, Mitch Perry. And I'm not blowing smoke, bro, because I played with you. I know you. We're friends. We're bros. I jammed with you at the whiskey thing, but we went way back. The thing that I dig about you is they put on the table funk, you got it. They put on the table rock, you got it. They put on the table jazz, you got it, Mitch. And even, progressive stuff. And then, come on, man. Guitar Player magazine, tell us a little bit about that because I know that. Didn't you just have a sweet spread in Guitar Player, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was cool. I was doing this thing up north last year. It basically it honors Ronnie Montrose
Mm-hmm.
and people from his band and various guitar players go and do Montrose sets
Right.
and I went up and did it's called Ronnie Montrose Remembered, and I went up and did a show up in San Francisco, actually San Jose last year, and Matt Blackett, who was the editor of
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Guitar Magazine, came up and really was being complimentary on the show and said, "Man, and we never put you in Guitar Player. We need you in Guitar Player." So yeah, they did a nice little piece, and
Oh,
brought up all the old days from Schenker and whatnot.
dude, it brought up everything, man. I mean, to my listeners out there, you gotta check it out. But when your stint with the MSG, with Michael, his guitar playing was just amazing, right? I mean, you sound like him. I gotta tell you, man. That's who you remind me of when you play, as Michael Schenker, because he's just so versatile, like you, Mitch. When you do your thing, and tone to me, as a basic, simple blues bass guitar player, that's what I am, man. Just blues bass guy. You can do it all, though. But let's talk a little bit about Shanker, man. How was it working with Michael Shanker? That's
Yeah,
pretty heavy duty, man.
it was great. I mean, and it's funny you bring up tone. I swear the biggest education I think I ever
Mm-hmm,
got,
mm-hmm.
from direct playing with someone was with Michael, and all guitar players go through that thing where they want to get the perfect tone and they're
Right.
wondering what that amp is that they
Mm-hmm.
need or what the pedal is they need to find and to get that sound. And I basically learned when I was playing with Michael that it's your hands.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't matter what you play through. It's how you hit the guitar. It's how you hit the strings, and you pull the tone out of the guitar.
Awesome. Yeah.
You make the sound, and that I learned that it's funny because we were sharing a tuning room,
Mm-hmm.
Michael and myself, when we were opening up for Whitesnake,
Mm-hmm.
and we had one of those little Galleon Kruger amps, that
Right.
they sounded, they were so compressed you could basically stick a pencil in it and it still didn't sound the same as a guitar. But he would warm up on his Flying V, and it would always sound better than the guitar I was using at the time. And one day I walk into the room, and there's his Flying V plugged into the amp,
Mm-hmm.
and he ain't there. And I go, I'm gonna try this magic guitar, and dude, it didn't sound half as good as my guitar. And, and at that point, I realized the only difference was the way he was playing it and the way I played it, and it really kind of made me get my act together that way.
Like you, man, I kind of learned in the early days, that tone, man, is everything for us. I don't care how fast you play or how many notes you do, Mitch or whatever, whatever. I mean, Billy Gibbons is my guy. I mean, and Carlos Santana, and tone is everything. And Billy said to me, "Yeah, it's gotta come out. It's gotta come out off the fingers. Yeah, just
Yeah,
exactly what you said. And you plug in to everything or anything, and you can sound the way that you do because it's your sound, it's your tone, you know,
exactly.
But dude, tell us about dude, you're playing with what? Share? I mean, come on. I mean, dude, you got too many stories and that you got to tell me
Yeah,
about. Tell me a little bit about that.
I was at home and I get a phone call, and it's basically, hey, come down and play with Cher, and I'm kind of like,
Right, right.
really. I don't know about this. And they go, no, man, it's not an audition. She's auditioned everyone in LA. She picked a guitar player. She didn't. She decided, and this is a week before her tour starts. She decided she didn't like who she picked, and she didn't want to go back and get any of the guys she'd had out. So,
Hmm.
my name had come up, and it was like, well, if I come down and the vibes are right, it's my gig. And went
Wow.
down there and ended up going on the road for that whole Heart of Stone tour
Right, right.
for a couple of years. It was a real neat experience. I mean, obviously, you're playing with an icon.
Totally.
And I mean, some of the people involved with what we were doing. I mean, Darlene Love was one of the background singers on that tour, and her,
Wow.
Darlene and Cher were there for all the Phil Spector sessions
Totally.
back in the early days. I mean, there just was serious rock and roll history that you don't even realize.
And most people don't even don't realize that Cher, man, she was a rock and roller, man. She was really down for that.
Uh,
You know what
Man,
I mean?
Greg Allman came through our rehearsals one day, and I'm just sitting there, not knowing what to say. I mean, he's another one of my heroes. And I mean, we would see all sorts of cool people. I mean, I'm standing on, I'm playing on Wembley, and off to my side is Martha Reeves. It's just like I
Dude.
said, rock and roll history.
It,
Really, really cool.